In this video, we are going to make a recording with regards to research question number 11, which is asking, is there a difference in majors across, is there a difference in mathematics score across majors? And the null will be responding, there is no difference. And you've got to translate it symbolically using the equal sign. And the alternative is responding, well, there is a difference. And you've got to translate it using the not equal sign. Now, within the body of the research project, to analyze this research question, it will be analysis number 37 using a p-value approach. And to do that now, you've got to click on the link for the online calculator that you are going to use. Here, the link is right here. Just click on it, and it will take you to Statistics Kingdom two-sample t-test calculator. Okay, you scroll down, and you've got to confirm that your test is a two-tail. Okay, so it comes by default, so you leave it as a two-tail, and your significance level, leave it as 0.05, and everything else can remain the same. Now you need to enter the raw data. So you click on enter raw data, and the data now, you can access the data in the Google Classroom CI3QIBO. You go to classwork, and you toggle down, you scroll down, and you go to Grell's example of research project. That is even in case you did not collect sufficient data. So you can use my data, just click on my data, and it will take you to this Google spreadsheet with my data. And you can also access the data via the link I'll be sending in the class 365. So as you can see, you have the column with the majors, two categories, natural and social sciences, and the score. In column H, what is your score? Okay, so what you need to do now, you need to click on add sheet, create a new sheet, and you can rename this sheet with research question. You can use RQ number 11. You can go back to the raw data, copy the column for major. You don't really have to copy the heading, just copy the data itself. Control C, and you go back and you paste it. Control V. Then you go back and you go to column H, and you copy the scores for each respondent, and you go back to your sheet called research question 11, and you paste it. Now, when you look at the two samples, well, here it is. The way the data is required to be inputted, you need to have your two groups, one for social sciences. So these are like economics, psychology, etc. And natural sciences, biology, geography, physics, etc. Now, when you come back to the data, that's not how the data is organized. So what you need to do, you need to reorganize the data to suit the calculator. So what we are going to do, we are going to arrange column A in ascending order. N comes before S, so it will group out all N's and it will group up all S's. So we're going to color code the data to ensure that the integrity of the data is not compromised. So this social science says 75, let's color coded in red. this one said 80, and this natural said 50. Okay. And we're going to copy or highlight column A. You go to data, sort sheet, and click on sort sheet by column A to Z. So it's going to arrange that data in alphabetical order. As you can see, all social sciences, all natural sciences are grouped up. And let's verify if the color coding, if the data in column B follow the same arrangement. And as you can see, the data was sorted out without compromising the data itself. Okay? Right. Now, we're going to create another column called social sciences so that it will match how the calculator requires that to input the data, and another column called social natural sciences. And we're going to copy all natural sciences scores, copy and paste it on the natural sciences, and all social sciences scores, copy and paste it on the social sciences. Right. So, and then we're going to copy this and paste it in the calculator. As you can see, there are more social sciences than natural sciences. So let us see if the calculator will be able to perform the analysis, even though there's a difference in sample size between natural and social sciences. Right, so the data has been entered into the calculator. And here we're going to click on calculate sample. Calculating sample is not the test yet. What the calculating sample will do is to give you the statistics according to the groups. So as you can see, the average for social sciences is 75, whereas for natural sciences is 69. And the sample size for social is 25, the natural is 15. So there seems to be a difference in score, but let's see if the difference is significant. Now you can also include these descriptives in your analysis. You can screenshot using snipping tool. You can screenshot this from average, sample average. As you can see, X bar is the sample average to sample standard deviation, and paste it in your analysis so it can form part of your analysis. Now what you need to do now is to scroll along a little bit and click on calculate test. So now the calculator is going to actually perform the two samples t-test. And here you have the output, two samples t-test. Okay. And here is the p-value approach that is being taken. So let us recap on what is the p-value approach. Well, all recall this document. Actually made hard copies and distributed it in the classroom. It gives us the steps to perform a classical approach and a p-value approach. Okay, you can also find those steps in the weekly notes number 9. Okay, but here you have it in an abbreviated form, in a summarized form. So let's go to the p-value approach, and we are going to the step number 6, which shows us how to make a decision. It says reject the null if the p-value is less than the significance level alpha of 0.05, otherwise do not reject. So when it comes to the results, let's go check it out. Here are the results of the test in this output. It reads the null hypothesis. Since the p-value is greater than alpha, the null hypothesis cannot be rejected. Okay, which coincides nicely with what we read in step number 6 for the p-value approach. And it goes on to say the average of social sciences population is assumed to be equal to the average of natural sciences. So even though there was a difference, as you can see in the statistics, it appears that the difference was not significant. 75 to 69 was not a significant difference. And as you can see, the p-value was 0.07. So almost, 0.07 is not so far from 0.05. So there was almost a rejection of the null hypothesis. There was almost a conclusion that there was a difference, because 75, 69, a difference of 6, more or less. And but still, the calculator said that this difference is not significant and give us a p-value of 0.0793. So what you can do now is to screenshot this and add this to make it part of your analysis. It shows you the results of your 2 sample t-tests to analyze the difference between, if there is a significant difference between the scores across majors, all right, using an online calculator and a p-value approach. So this is for research question number 11, data analysis number 37.